Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Chris here, and today you join me in France because I've been in my van with my wife for the month, just having a little bit of break from things and just having a bit of chill time. But today I wanted to bring you a new video because Arturia have got a brand new plugin called Dist Coldfire, and basically it is a brand new take on the idea of a distortion plugin because it allows you to blend two different distortion algorithms together. So we got ourselves an episode of PluginPlay, so let's plug in play. First thing, let's have a look at the interface. Before we do anything, I'm actually going to turn it off. I've got a few different instances of Coldfire on some stems here, and I'm just going to turn them all off so that you can hear the track first. So have a quick listen of the track that I've got.
Something's in the air, I can feel it everywhere.
Okay, so basically I pulled this from Epidemic Sound. None of this is sponsored today, but I like using Epidemic Sound because they give you stems. They give you bass, drums, the instruments that's not bass, and then the melody, which is normally a vocal line or some kind of vocal chop thing as well. So you get a bit of a breakdown of it all happening there, which is going to be really handy for this exercise today. So first off, let's just open up the plugin and I'll show you it here. So this is it on the bass channel that I've got here. You've got the master in the middle, and then you've got distortion algorithm A and distortion algorithm B. Now I've got the advanced tab open here. When it's just open for the first time, it'll look like this, but if you open up that advanced tab, you get access to both the pre-filter A and post-filter A, and pre-filter B and post-filter B, and also the modulation matrix downstairs as well. So there's a lot of stuff to play with here in this plugin, which is really cool. Now let's just have a little solo of this bass track here and listen to it without the plugin going. Oh, okay, there we go. And I found this really cool preset called Bubble Drum, which I quite like the sound of, and I'm just going to add that on just now and press play. So it's really changed the actual texture of the sound quite a lot. And what's nice about this is within the master section you can instantly just play with the dry wet amount. And blend in as much or as little of that as you want. It's always worth remembering that if you want to just apply a preset to one individual track like that, then there's normally a way to apply a dry wet mix within just the plugin itself. But if you want to apply that actual preset from the plugin to, let's say, a few different tracks in varying amounts, then it's always best to use bus sends. Okay, just always remember, if you're going to use it in more than one area, bus sends, and then you can send as much or as little to that actual plugin as you like. So it's just a nice little production tip there. So yeah, this is that bubble drum preset. As you can see, there are many different distortion presets straight out of the game. You've got dynamics presets as well if you want to use it as a bit more of a compressor, filter effects, effects change. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this, and we're going to show you that quickly. So I'm going to leave that one turned on just now on the bass, and we're going to go to the drums. We're going to solo the drums and listen to them without the plugin first. And I've got this cool preset called Pentode and Triode Loudness, which I really like. Listen to this. Let's go to a nice big section so you can really feel the effect of it, because this preset really plays with the transients and attack of the sound. Let's turn it off. Turn it back on. And then if we mix that in with the bass as well, I think this sounds epic. So you're already getting quite a cool different texturized sound in your production just by using this plugin on some stems, you know, which really great if you're a remix artist, if you're a DJ looking to kind of add some spice into other people's sounds in songs. Okay, right, let's keep that there. We're going to move on to the instruments. Now, one thing I don't like about Epidemic Sound is they group everything that's not a bass or not a drum is instruments. So all your keyboard sounds, all your effects, all your guitars, they all get looped in one pocket together, which I wish Epidemic Sound you could kind of spread it out a little bit. Even if it was just guitars in keys, that would be epic. Epidemic. Lols. Anyway, so here are the instruments on their own. Here are the instruments on their own. And I found this really cool one called Groove per Pads preset, which kind of turns it into a bit of a side chainy, but also with a sequence happening. So listen to this. And if I just play with that dry wet there, you could have more or less without. Let's go back. With it. I just think that's really interesting and really fun. Gives you a lot of play in terms of what you want to do in one go. Now, let's get really interesting on this. So we'll go to a nice big section of the song with our vocal stem. Here she is.
Down, 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 don't let me down, down, down.
Okay, you've also got some other like background vocals and stuff like that in there, but this effect works really cool. Random stutter filter. So it basically just turns it into a filter stutter effect, which I think is awesome for automation purposes and remixing and creating vocal chops and stuff like that. So I'm gonna plug it on, and at the moment it's completely dry, so there's none of the signal going through yet. So we're gonna press play.
I wanna be up, up, up,
and turn it up.
so high, 'cause I've been down, down, down. I've been down, so down, and now I'm dying. I'm aiming for the sky. Don't let me down.
How cool is that? I think that's amazing. So, as I was saying, you can have some fun with automation on this. Let's open up our automation channels. And one thing I like to do when I'm doing automation, instead of spending ages, if you notice here, you can literally go through and select exactly what you want. But when you're using these third-party plugins, it can seem a little bit intimidating. I'm like, what am I supposed to check here or do? So the easiest thing to do is to switch it to touch, and then just hover, or like you can map to a MIDI controller or whatever, but I'm just going to hover over this dry wet knob. I'm going to press play, and
Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I'm aiming for the sky. Everyone got stories, so let's start listening. Let the
and then you've just instantly written your automation to that channel, and it's all there. Now, one thing, always remember, if you switch it into touch, whenever you're finished your automation, instantly switch it back to read, because literally in touch mode, anything you do changes that automation, and not just in that one parameter, but like in volume and everything. So you just need to be really careful with that. But that's your automation written instantly.
don't let me down.
So let's unsolo it and hear it with everything else.
Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I'm aiming for the sky. Everyone got stories.
And this is it without any of that.
So let's start listening.
I think it's pretty cool. If I just pull down that vocal a little bit and pull up some of these other guys so they're a bit more evenly matched out. So this is it without any of those plugins loaded on.
Don't let me down.
Really cool. But if you want to make it sound a little bit more yours, like I say, a lot of stuff there that you can do. Now, one last little thing, you can use this plugin really nicely on your master bus send. You can do a lot of things here. You've got your other section here where you can really look master enhancer, master weight and presence. Oh, actually, let's try that. Let's have a bit of fun with that. Let's see what that sounds like. So this is it, just as is. Let's find a good section. Okay, cool. Let's turn it on. Take it off. Back on. Okay, it's a really subtle sound. There's not a lot happening there, but what you're hearing is a little bit more, well, presence, and it's kind of it's insinuating that it's given a bit more like girth, a bit more stamina in the mix there. Unison rectifier. Let's have a little play of that. So you can see instantly how that's really cool for remixing and general effects within a song. Man, that is so cool. Let's try that once again. Oh my word, that's just ridiculous. But that's really fun. There's a lot you can do with that plugin there. Anyway, this has went on for long enough, but I wanted to show you that today because this is out right now as of the release of this video, which is 30th of August 2022. So if you want it, go ahead, check it out on the Arturia website. I'm sure there will be some kind of promotional sale that they always do to get this thing off the ground. But yeah, thanks so much for watching today, guys. I'm going to get back to the beach with my wife and we're going to hang out. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye!